Hi, everyone. Congratulations, you're spending more money on taxes than on food, clothing, and shelter combined. That is the finding of the FRASER Institute's July 22nd, 2025 report, and it reports on last year, which shows that the tax burden of Canadians is up 2,784% since 1961, so just over 60 years ago, and that bill is vastly outstripping the bills that you pay for everything else. I'm going to quote directly from my laptop on this report. Taxes have grown much more rapidly than any other single expenditure for average Canadian families. Expenditures on shelter are up 2,100%, food up 927%, clothing up 460%, but the tax bill is up to 2,784%. So an absolutely staggering amount of money that is going to taxes. So the average family is spending 42% now on taxes. That is compared to 35% on food, clothing, and shelter. So you have to ask yourself, are you getting more from the government than you're getting from your private expenditures on food, clothing, and shelter? I have a hard time believing it. There are so many different taxes. We've got income tax, payroll tax, health tax, sales tax, property tax, profit tax, liquor, tobacco, amusement, and other excise taxes, fuel, motor vehicle license fees, and then other taxes. Then you've got natural resource taxes. These are the royalties that are paid when companies extract resources from the ground. And then, of course, there are import duties that you pay when you buy things from abroad. All of those fees, charges, and other levies amounting to a tax bill that is far greater than anything you spend on anything else. In fact, the report goes even further. On page 6, they show the overall tax bill that includes the deficit. Now, the reason they do that is that deficits are taxes. You're taxed two ways through government deficit spending. One is through the deferred bill that you'll get later on, because, of course, deficits do have to be paid back one way or the other, and that bill does come to you. And the second way that deficits charge you is they increase the money supply, which causes inflation. And that inflation does charge you. It's a tax as well. And they show here that since 1961, that bill has grown dramatically as well, to the point where it is now higher than in any year except for the 2020 COVID year, which is, of course, a very unusual year indeed. But the point is that government's insatiable appetite is causing you a tremendous burden. It's like the private sector is a skinny man and the government is a fat man on his back. And the private sector is carrying that increasingly fat man up an increasingly steep hill. It's time to put him on the diet. It's time to reduce the cost of government. We need to cut bureaucracy, consultants, foreign aid, corporate welfare, and countless other things to bring down the cost of government. We also need a dollar-for-dollar law that will require government to find a dollar of savings for every new dollar of spending, so that there's an imposed discipline, an either-or trade-off required. So you spend more here, you have to spend less there. That's what you do in your household budget, and only then will we be able to reduce this insane bill that is falling on your shoulders and crippling your family's ability to succeed. Low taxes mean that you get rewards for your work, that your investments pay off, that people are incentivized to create more, to grow more food, produce more energy, build more homes, invent new life-changing technologies. All of these things should be rewarded, and we should aim to make ourselves one of the lowest tax nations in the world. That would free up a lot of money for you to do great things for yourself and for your family, and that is what we are fighting for as conservatives: smaller governments with big citizens. Thank you very much.